What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to part 2 of the Marvel Legends Thor, Love and Thunder action figure wave. Today we're going to be opening up Ravager Thor, Groot, and Starlord. And we're also going to be building the Build-A-Figure Korg, so stay tuned for him. But we are going to start with Groot. Let's take a closer look at Groot, and then we'll take a closer look at Thor and Starlord. And if you guys are new to the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. We got lots of toy reviews, toy hunts, giveaways, and lots of good stuff coming on the channel. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers, so smash the like, hit subscribe. Let's help me get to 500 subscribers. All right, now back to the figure. All right, so here is Groot in the plastic prison, looking nice. I never got the 2-pack, or I guess it was a 3-pack with him and Rocket and Thor from Infinity War, so quite interested in getting this figure out of the box here. He does come with the torso. Quick little bio on the back. Pretty simple. I am Groot. That's all he needs to say. But enough talking. Let's crack him open here and take a closer look. Alright, here's Groot up close and personal, man. He's looking good. Looking good. I'm really digging this. We're going to take a quick look at his accessories here. We'll move him off to the side. He does come with one interchangeable hand for a trigger finger, because he does come with an awesome looking blaster rifle. It's really bendy. It's probably the only thing I don't like about it, is that it's really rubbery and bendy. But other than that, the design for it actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it could have been painted a little better. It's just all solid silver, but I like the design of the gun. It looks cool. It looks like something a space tree would be shooting, so looks very cool. And he also comes with two interchangeable plant effect hands, I guess you can call them, for grabbing people or throwing people or maybe even stabbing people. So that was cool that they included these. Definitely going to be popping these on right now to try them out. Let's see how they look. Let's see, I don't know which hand is for what, so that might cause an issue here. I don't think it really matters. You can have him with this crazy finger hand. It looks, I don't know, it looks kind of funny. Reminds me of like Edward Scissorhands or Mr. Fantastic or something. That's cool. Let's pop this one on this side. And they are a little bit articulated. There is a little bit of a joint or a movement in there, so you can bend them a bit. So that looks pretty cool, man. I'm digging this Groot figure. It looks nice. Looks really nice. He also does come with, of course, the body for Korg. We will be building Korg at the end of the video. But I'm digging this Groot. Let's bring him in for a closer examination here. He looks really nice, man. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because I never owned a Marvel Legends Groot before. I do have a comparison to bring in, but he is not a Legends. He is a Select. So we do have the Diamond Select Groot right here. You can see the differences in the paint. This one's a lot more darker. This one came with the Thor from Infinity War. I ended up just selling the Thor and keeping the Groot. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know which one I like better. This one's obviously taller because it's a 7-inch scale. This one's 6-inch. But I still don't own a giant version of Groot. Would like to get one of those. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Which ones are better? Which one looks better? I'd say the Legends one looks more like the movie accurate version, where the Select kind of looks, I don't know. I don't know. It kind of looks more like you'd see this on a comic, but it did the part for the shelf for many of years there since Infinity War came out. This Groot will definitely be going on my Thor shelf with the rest of this wave, so he looks good. Articulation's all right, not bad. A little stiff in the knees there. I'm kind of scared to articulate this figure because he is very thin. But like that knee right there is very stiff. But it does bend. I just want to be careful with that. He looks cool, man. I'm probably going to be posing him with one of these crazy hands, maybe. I do kind of want to pose him with a gun, too. So I don't know. It's going to be hard to pick which one I want to disguise him or display him with. But there is Groot. Looking nice. I'm really digging the little green flashes of, like, little patches of grass all over him. Little 2 trees growing on the inside of his head is nice. This one kind of has that too, but I just think it looks better on the Legends. I don't know. He looks a little plain in some areas, but at the same time, I don't know. I just think it looks better. There's Groot. Let's move on to the next figure, Starlord. All right, next figure to unbox is Starlord. And I don't know what to think about having another Starlord. Part of me is happy because I really like the character. The actor is hilarious. I don't have a trench coat Starlord yet, so that's cool to have. It looks nice in the box. Let's take a quick look at the bio here. If you guys want to read that, go ahead. But looking nice. Let's crack him open. Let's get a closer look. We're gonna compare him to another Starlord figure I have. All right, here's Starlord up close and personal, and I'm really digging this look for him, man. He looks a lot like his father, Kurt Russell, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which is hilarious. But a lot of people said when this figure was first announced, like, it looked really pale, and I don't know. I think it looks a lot better in person. He does not look as pale. He looks very nice. Looks like they reused a lot of similar parts from previous ones, but we are going to put him off to the side for a sec. Take a quick look at what he comes with. He comes with one of the arms for Korg, for the Build-A-Figure there. I'll only have one more piece left, actually, for the Korg Build-A-Figure. And he also does come with his blasters. Got to have these blasters with Starlord. Doesn't come with anything else. No interchangeable hands, no interchangeable head or anything, but looks cool. Let's bring in Starlord here. Yeah, like I said, one of my favorite characters in the MCU. I just think he's hilarious. Kind of dumb what he did with Thanos back in Infinity War. I mean, could have maybe stopped a bunch of stuff, but the guy loves Gamora, man. The guy is in love with Gamora. When you're in love, you do crazy things. But looks good here, man. Starlord. He's definitely going to be going on my Thor shelf. See how well these blasters fit in his hands. They look like they fit perfectly. He does have those double jointed elbows, so that is nice to see. Get him in some awesome shooting poses. Both of his hands are trigger fingers, so you don't have to worry about the guns not looking right in his hands, unlike Hasbro when they make Black Series figures. They just like to include two guns with figures that don't have trigger finger hands for some reason. But he looks cool. I'm happy to have him. Let's bring in my Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Starlord to do a little side-by-side comparison here. And this is the one that came in the 2-pack with Ego. But look at the difference in the faces there. A couple of years, man. A couple of years. This one has more of the shininess of the true effects on it, I can tell. Where this one looks more painted. So I don't know. I think it looks better on the newer one. The older one, like I said, True Effects sometimes has a hit or miss. But I think they both look good. You could definitely tell they've reused the same legs. They have those pins on the side where he can holster his guns if he wants. So that looks cool. The arms are different. Another thing too, the guns always fell out of these hands. I don't know if these are the exact same hands. I can't really tell. They almost look to be the same hands, just painted. One has a painted glove on it. So another thing with the blasters too, the comparison of the blasters. The new ones are very gray, where the old ones were very black and silver. So I don't know which ones are more accurate to actually what he shoots in the movie, but yeah, or maybe they're completely different guns. I don't know. We'll find out maybe when the movie comes out, but I think he looks pretty good. Of course, you're going to have some articulation hindered from this coat, but honestly, it's not that much. I like how it's open in the front, so you can get those knees bent, unlike the Gore figure where the whole thing wraps around his whole waist, so you can't really get him bending too much. But I'm liking this figure, man. He looks cool. I'm happy to see him and Thor on screen together again, because the little snippets we got of them together in Endgame was awesome. It was great. But there's Starlord, guys. Let's move on to Ravager Thor. So here is Ravager Thor, one that I'm probably most excited for, honestly. That's why I saved him for last. I just think he looks very cool, very 80s, you know, he just looks like, I've seen this in a bunch of videos. He looks like a wrestler. He honestly does. He looks like he should be a wrestler. And apparently he's going to be playing Hulk Hogan in some kind of movie or biopic or something. Perfect choice, I think, because I think he can look like Hulk Hogan in some angles, maybe, if you give him the right hair and beard and everything. He's got the muscles. But let's take a quick look at the packaging here. The back, quick little bio. He is the last figure we are reviewing, minus the Build-A-Figure, of course. But you're looking good in the packaging. Let's crack him open and get a closer look at him. All right, here's Thor up close and personal. Ravager Thor. And he only comes with one accessory. He does come with Stormbreaker. It's the exact same Stormbreaker we saw with the last figure from the last video. And I'm pretty sure it's the same Stormbreaker they've been using for a while. Except for the one that maybe came with the Infinity War Thor. I remember that one being a little bit thicker down here. But looks good. It's shiny. It's all that really matters. I wish this part was a little thicker, just because it does get bent, and if you have it like on his shoulder or something, it'll bend over time. But that's all he comes with for accessories, and of course he does come with Korg's other arm there. So we have all the pieces for Korg. We're going to be looking at him in a minute, but first, let's take a closer look at Thor here. Pinless arms, looking really beautiful, man. I'm loving the pinless stuff. Even on the legs here, no pins. Looks really good. I've been seeing a lot of people online taking his head off and putting it on other Thors too. So if you guys see a bunch of these Thors on clearance, maybe you guys could do that. Maybe keep the body for a wrestler or something. But he looks cool, man. He looks like he's about to enter the ring and beat the crap out of someone. I don't know. He looks like a wrestler, man. But no fisted hands, unfortunately. But he does have two gripping hands. The arms look, I don't know, the arms look nice. I don't know what it is. I think it's the pinless. The pinless joints really do make a figure kind of, I don't know, a little bit better in my opinion. But articulation-wise, he looks like he can do a lot. He can kick his own butt. That's very nice. Waist swivel, we got that. Ab crunch with the muscle shirt underneath. You probably could take this jacket off if you wanted to. A lot of people saying the shirt is very similar to the shirt that what's his face wears, Kurt Russell in Big Trouble Little China. I haven't seen that movie in a very, very long time, so I'd have to go back and look at that. But he looks cool, man. I'm really digging this Thor. The head sculpt looks great. The hair looks great on the back. Really nice Thor figure. Let's bring in some other Thors to put them side by side too over here. I'll bring in Ragnarok Thor. See if the heights are different. He does seem to be a little shorter than the Ragnarok Thor there. Not too bad, though. I actually really like this Ragnarok Thor figure a lot. It's one of my favorites. Another one we have here is the Endgame Fat Thor with the dreads and everything. He is obviously shorter, because I guess when you gain weight, you lose your height. I don't know how that works, but they look good together, man. I'm happy to have all these Thors. This one, I just think really, I don't know, it pops. It's a very cool looking figure. You can really put this figure with like your wrestling collection. You can make him a street thug at a bar. Like, you could swap the head, put a different head on there, and you can make this into a completely different character. I think it looks awesome. Very happy to have this. I love Thor. I would say probably Thor Ragnarok was one of my favorite MCU movies. And I really hope to God that Thor Love and Thunder is on par at least with that movie, or better. I don't want to set my expectations too high, because I kind of did that for Doctor Strange. And I mean, not to say Doctor Strange was a bad movie, I just had my expectations super duper high, but it was still an awesome, great movie. But anyways, there's Thor Ravager Thor. Let's bring in Korg and get that guy built, and then we'll set up all the figures from the wave and give them we'll give our final thoughts on the wave. So here's Korg, all in pieces. Let's put them together here. I like to do these kind of live, make it interesting to show you guys exactly how they go together. There's one leg. Start with this leg. Oh, it's a little tight, but they go on there pretty good. I'm already noticing a huge gappage in the legs. It's not crazy, but let's move into one of his arms here. Come on. Pegs in there. Don't really hear the popping sound anymore. There we go. And his head. He is a bigger figure, so I am going to have to adjust my camera here in a second. So just bear with me for a moment. We pop this head on. It's the heads I'm mostly scared of, because sometimes you could snap those little ball pegs on the neck, and their heads are forever never articulated. You'd have to super glue them. Oh, there we go. Get in there. There we go. There's Korg. Look at Korg, man. He is too big for the frame. I might have to go back to the other angle option there. One sec, everybody. All right, here's Korg. A little closer look at him. I had to adjust my camera and my tripod here. He was too tall. Did not fit in the frame. But like I said in part 1, I believe he will have a bigger role in this movie. Look what it did to my finger. You guys see that? Little indents from the plastic. I do think he will have a bigger role in this movie. So I wonder if we'll see Meek as well. Are we going to see Meek? I don't know. But this look for him looks very cool, I will say. I like the Rams belt right there with the big horns on it. Looks cool. They got the fur everywhere. I don't know if Korg gets cold. He might. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe that's why he wears pants now. He looks cool, man. I mean, the only thing I'm not loving is I think we should have got an alternate head, really, of him like smiling or something. They could have given us the older head. But I am noticing right off the bat, we'll bring in the older version of Korg here. The colors are very different on him. Like the older one is a lot darker, grayish blue. And the new one is really gray. So maybe being by the waters of New Asgard, maybe give him a different color of skin there. I don't know. But like I said, his legs are really stretched out. If you guys can see that. The original one, his legs, you can almost pinch together. These ones, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're supposed to be that close together. So another cool thing about the original one is there's blood all smeared around his arm and stuff, and all around his outfit here from doing battle, which makes sense. No blood on this guy, but not a big deal. Let's see how he moves here. Legs are somewhat articulated. You can get him to bend them at least. You might be able to get him to sit down somewhere, which is nice. You can maybe have him sitting down on the couch playing video games with Deadpool or something. I wonder if we're going to see Deadpool soon in these Marvel movies. You guys saw a year or so ago when they did that little commercial, Korg and Deadpool. I was so pumped. I thought we were getting Deadpool like right away, but not yet. Korg looks good next to his old buddy Korg. Not bad. I don't know what else they could have done for Build-A-Figure in this wave. I guess because we haven't seen the movie yet, we don't really know who else is in this movie. But I don't know. He looks cool. A lot of people said maybe they could have done Russell Crowe's Zeus character as a Build-A-Figure, but honestly, I can see them probably just releasing him as like a deluxe or an exclusive or something down the line. But there's Korg, looking good. Let's bring all the figures in from the wave. All right, so here is all the figures from the wave. If I had to pick a favorite right off the bat, honestly, it's pretty hard. It's honestly a pretty hard decision, but honestly, if I'm going to pick a favorite, it's probably going to be the Ravager Thor. And it's just because of how, I don't know, nostalgic looking he looks, I guess you can say. And the fact that you can probably put him into many different lines of figures and get away with it. I just think he looks really nice. The pinless joints look really clean on this one. Probably my second favorite figure in the wave. I'm going to have to give it to Valkyrie, man. I don't know what it is, but this Valkyrie figure is just very nice. Again, the pinless joints just look very nice when they're not so noticeable, you know? Like, you look at older figures now with pins in their elbows and, like, it's almost like, oh my god, like, how did they, like, not think of this sooner? I don't know. It's just, it makes a huge difference in my opinion. I also really dig these two figures right here, the Jane and Thor, the Mighty Thor, I guess you call her. But yeah, even her alternate head looks really great. was really hard deciding which one to go with there. Least favorite figure of the wave, I would probably have to go with Gore, only because of the articulation and like he doesn't. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of these robe characters, man. I'm not a huge fan. Like I said in part one, Eternals really ruined that for me. But yeah, I mean, they could have. I don't know. I don't know what they could have done, but he looks really cool. Like from the face, his face looks really cool. He looks awesome looking in the movie, like in the trailers that we've seen. But as a figure, I think he's just kind of just gonna stand there in the background, looking at them or whatever. But he's probably my least favorite from the wave. I dig the Groot. I dig the Starlord. Even the Build-A-Figure Korg, I'm digging the Build-A-Figure. I actually never put his weapon in his hand here, but I'm digging Korg. I think he's awesome. I think he's a hilarious character. The part where he tells everyone to clean the blood off their weapons in Ragnarok is one of the funniest moments. Well, we just had our hand come off there, so be careful for that. His hand does pop off. Didn't know that could happen. Oh, his whole, look at that. His whole sleeve comes off too, so if you wanted to take those off, you could do that. He didn't come with any interchangeable hands either. Another Build-A-Figure. Sometimes they like to throw in interchangeable hands for the Build-A-Figure, but not this time. But anyways, guys, there is the Thor Love and Thunder wave while everyone's falling over. What did you guys think? Are you guys picking up this wave? I got my whole wave from GameStop in 1 week. All figures came in 1 week. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pumped for the movie. I can't wait for it to come out. I can't get these guys to all stand right now, but let me know what you guys thought. I'm pumped for the movie. It comes out, I believe, July 10th? July 10th? I could be wrong on that. But anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.